Well, more than 100 racers revved up their engines at the Thunder on Ice event in Garrison. And in this week's Northwoods Adventure, Shane Lee speaks with snowmobilers and ice bikers on Mille Lacs Lake.
Burn gas, go fast!
More than 100 racers felt the need for speed, calling them to Garrison in late February. Kids Pro Ice Racing, ice bikes, vintage snowmobiles, and Pro Champ snowmobiles all created heart-pounding action at Thunder on Ice.
I'm not much of a morning person, but when it's on a race day, I'm pumped, eager to wake up at 5:30.
Excitement hung in the air at every turn as racers put their machines, their bodies, and their brains to the test. Ralph says the difference between victory and defeat usually comes down to a tiny detail.
Little tricks with clutching and knowing how to set up your suspension, or just as far as picking the proper line.
The 17-year-old Ralph has been racing in the Pro Champ circuit for 2 years and has been racing competitively since he was 9 years old.
For most of the contestants, racing means a fun weekend, but for Lance Ralph, it means taking over the family business.
My dad raced this for many years when he was a kid, and before that, my grandpa actually was one of the starters at CPTC races up in Brosier, Manitoba, and so it's just been throughout the family for many years.
A different legacy may be on the rise in the kids' pro ice races.
It's just fun hanging out with my friends and competing against other kids.
As an 11-year-old, Nelson already has 6 years of experience and plenty of advice for beginners.
You have to lean on your sled. That's what this thing is for. You put your hand down here and then you lean off it so it doesn't flip over on you.
Regardless of how good of technique the racers have during the race, it could all be for naught if they start poorly.
Get a good start and come into the first corner first.
The start is equally important in bike racing.
Adrenaline just pumping, my heart rate's going crazy. Always trying to just breathe, you know, so you don't get too worked up.
It's easy to get worked up when the bike is capable of reaching speeds up to 80 miles per hour down the straightaway. However, it's the turns that provide the biggest challenge.
Definitely scary. If you're coming in too hot, just close your eyes and lean the bike over and hope it sticks.
The bikes have special tires to get a grip on the ice. Each tire contains more than 1,000 spikes. The extra grip still does not make the race easy.
It's hard and it's a struggle, but as long as you're out there having fun, you're gonna progress.
Luckily, there appeared to be plenty of fun to go around, and around, and around. Shane Lee, Lakeland News.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.